Hello, hi ladies. I am here in my beautiful virtual living room. And I want to come on because I wanted to do a video today and just did some. I wanted to do something different. So I thought this would be cool. I want to talk about your life and the choices that you have and the freedom that you really have. Because sometimes we think, oh my God, I'm in this situation, so I don't have any freedom. I don't really have any choices right now. And this, when you're over 50, especially when you're 60 or over, it can feel like, oh my God, like, is this the way the rest of my life is going to be? And I want you to ask yourself that. If the way you're living your life now, if the way you're feeling about your life, if the way you experience about your life now, if that was the way it was going to stay for the rest of your life, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with that? Would you be happy? And would you say, yes, I really love this? Or I just have to make a couple changes. It's cutting off my hair. And otherwise I'm fine, which if that's the case, so good. Way to go. That's the way you want to be. That's where you want to be, right? We want to be, yes, I really love my life. So you want to get rid of this feeling of helplessness and hopelessness and that, oh my God, I don't think I can really do what I really wanted to do now. And sometimes, yes, sometimes, if you're like, geez, I really wanted to climb Everest, but you haven't done that yet, it's okay to let go of that. But things that you're like, you know what? I said I was going to do that, or I always thought I would have. I always thought I would have, but now because of this, I can't. What is that for you? What have you wanted to do? What do you still want to do? What's been in your heart? What's been in your soul? And what are you saying? Why are you saying that you can't do it? Right? Maybe they're limiting beliefs of you can't do that because of my age, or I'm not smart enough, or I don't have the skills enough, or I'm too old to learn, or things like that, because those are just false, right? So you want to get kind of clear on what's been holding me back. What do I tell myself? What are those things that I say, why I can't do something? And are they really true? And do you still want to do that? Or do you want to do some variation of it? Right? But don't lower your expectations to where you are now, to the point where you say, this is all the risk. This is all that's going to happen in my life from now on in. There's no other possible way that things can happen differently. So I'm just going to put up with it, or just going to live with it. Right? That's not where you want to be, because that is actually not true. And I think sometimes we think we need to know exactly where we're going, where that end result is and will be, how to get there, I should say. We need to know, how am I going to get there before you even start? Right? I ask myself that too. I know what I want. I know what I desire. And what comes up right away is how. How is that going to be possible for me? The thing is, we're supposed to, the how is not our thing. The how is not from the thinking mind. The how comes from God, source, universe collaborating with you and bringing it about when you really make a decision, when you really decide, and when you take the action steps, because you receive inspiration, you receive help and guidance along the way, you receive ideas, you receive intuitive hits. You're not going to know that right this minute, right? You're not going to know right this minute, oh my God, I need to know the steps, how I'm going to exactly get there before I even start. And you may be that person who's been that way your whole life, but you know what? That's not going to work. You're going to realize eventually, holy shit, I didn't do so many things I wanted to do. I was too scared. I was too uncertain. I kept myself in fear and worry. What do I do now? I guess I'm never going to be able to do those things. No. So I had to think about what Coach asked us to think about. What do we stand for? What do we stand for? And what I stand for, absolutely, is for people. I mean, I talk women because I work with women, especially now over 50, women over 50. And I stand for you being able to still reach out and do things you want to do and live a life you love. Still create your life in a way that you'd love your life. Still, and as you are creating it, feel the freedom that you have, feel the choices and decisions that you have. Know that you are making steps to get where you want to be, or along the road. You are enjoying the road, you're enjoying the journey, you're enjoying the path. And this takes a shift in consciousness and a shift in belief and a shift in how we think about things, because we can think, like I used to think. For me, I spent my childhood and teenage years unhappy because I wasn't there yet where I wanted to be. I wanted to live in a warm climate. To me, when I was young, I only knew California. I want to live in California, and I cannot be happy until I'm living in California. So I wasn't happy, right? I didn't enjoy the journey along the way. You know what I mean? Like, this is what it's like. Okay, I desire this in my life. How can I begin now to work through it? What am I willing to do? What steps am I willing to take? Am I willing to get guidance, support, and accountability? Because that matters 100%. You know, when growing up, I wanted different things than so many people around me. But I didn't feel like it was possible because no one else around me was doing it. And I had no one to talk to about it and the type of life I wanted to live. And I didn't want any regular career and job. And I just was like, oh my God, especially growing up in the 60s and 70s, there wasn't much available to us like there is now. There are more ways for women to make money now than ever before. There are more millionaires, women millionaires than ever before. There are more opportunities than ever before. There's more opportunities and possibilities for someone over 50 than ever before, ever. We are in a pretty good time. Yes, things are expensive and this and that, but that means, wow, I can learn how to make more money in another way. I can maybe start something on the side in a way. Maybe I can pursue a passion or a talent I have and begin to make some money that way. If your issue right now is money, there are things you can do. You're the only one stopping yourself from doing them, which is leading to this. Oh, it's hopeless. It's helpless because there's no way I can. There's always a way you can, but begin to think differently. I have so many choices. There are so many opportunities available now. I'm going to look, search, and, you know, be open to the possibilities that are out there. I'm going to meet new people. Maybe I can get some suggestions from new people. Maybe I'm going to talk or reach out to a coach or join a Facebook group or join a meetup group, whatever. But if you're just sitting around thinking, oh my God, this is not good. I'm not really happy. I don't even know what I want to do in life. I feel flat. Right? If you're thinking those things, or if you're feeling a bit stuck, you need to take some different action. There's so much help out there. And when you know what it's like, that when you begin to take those steps, when you begin to move forward in some way, you feel better. It's that feeling of stuck when we know we're keeping ourselves stuck. Your soul knows you're the only one holding it back. I have been moving through this for so many years, always finding ways. What is my purpose? What do I need to be doing in this world? How can I begin to do it? How can I live where I want to live? How can I experience this? What can I do? Those are the questions to ask instead of thinking, oh my God, I will never be able to. What if this happens? Oh no, all of those things. Where your focus goes, that's where energy goes, right? So you will be guided and supported along the way, which requires also that you believe that to be possible, that you will be guided. It's called what someone said somewhere, which is so good, invisible faith. I love that. Invisible support. That's what it is. We can have physical support, our husband, spouse, friend, whatever. But do you have invisible support? Your belief in your faith and trust in yourself to know that you can handle whatever comes up. So if something happens in your life, or a divorce all of a sudden, or someone passes away, or your house, you know, the owner of your house is selling and you have to move all of a sudden, these things can just rock you off, right? Rock you off course. But they're always for the better. So it just means, like, God, source, universe is pointing, going, oh, there's time for a change in your life. Time for a change in your life. You haven't made a certain change in your life, so we're going to pull the rug from under you in a way so that you're forced to change. You're forced to take those steps. Or it's a growth experience for your soul, right? We're all on this earth to experience certain things. Our challenges are our growth experiences. So because there's a challenge, it's something we're meant to move through and grow through and learn from to get to our next experience. So if you want something like out here, a desire, whatever it is, for me, it's like living in a warm climate in the winter, owning a camper van to be able to travel around in the summer, spring and fall. I'd love to have a place in the Okanagan that I can go to and have friends and family, stay there also, things like that. Those are things I really want to do. for me to get there, there may be challenges along the way where it's like things have to fall away. Things have to fall away from your life to leave room for what's really meant to be in your life. What's really meant to be in your life. So don't stop dreaming. And my program right now, Take Charge of Your Life, which I started in December, it is ongoing month to month. And I would highly encourage you to check it out. It's only $75 a month. And I do a live video every week, and I do help the women in the group. And you get guidance, support, accountability, focus. There's exercises that help you through. You decide, what you're going to be working on. And then you get the guidance, the support. We figure out the steps. You go through things where every week you're kind of committing to certain things for yourself. You decide, right? Because everybody is different, what works for them, what they want, what they desire. It could be just, I'm working on building more self-love within myself, more confidence, and I want to be healthier, and I want to start exercising, something like that. But on your own, that you're just not following through and you don't stick with it. So having a group that you can come to and be part of, where you get that guidance, support, accountability, and there's always people there working through bettering themselves, the personal growth process too. And there's the information and, the trainings that'll help you along your journey. That's huge. That's huge. That's when we make changes that are lasting. That's when we move forward with more ease. All right. That's what I wanted to say. Have an absolutely amazing day, evening, whenever you're watching this. And if you're on YouTube or on Facebook, come and join me on YouTube, Diana Marchand. I also have a podcast called The Rebel and Woo, and it's on Spotify and Apple iTunes, I believe. Rebel and Woo for women 50 plus. So much love to you. Have an absolutely amazing day or night. All right. I got to figure out how to close this. Okay. Bye-bye.